Is it? I haven't
Yeah.
actually seen this from Nuts yet. So it will be the Kindred Lux versus the Aphelios Rakan there. Quite an interesting lane, but any bindings landing from Lux, and you get the Mounting Dread on from the Kindred, a couple of auto attacks, and it could be a dead Aphelios for Granny Spanner. And we are in game, ladies and gentlemen. So we have to see where the jungler's path towards, and if there's going to be any early invade shenanigans going on, and to watch the entrances of their own jungles. I just do see some pings going out. Looks like we'll just be seeing the fan out from Odyssey from the way those pings have been positioned, and the same coming through from Stellaron. So I don't expect much action here, as we will just see a few wards thrown out. Dusk just throwing one there, and the pixel brush in the topside river.
Yeah, they
No
had
one
like
yet been spotted.
they had the Lux Light Binding to try and catch someone out, but Rakan's W, pretty powerful ability level 1 if they were to like stack in one place somewhere. That's pretty dangerous. So just
And
focusing on getting some information.
just quickly, I hope Momo Deviluk realizes he hasn't got any items.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I really hope someone tells him
Uh-oh.
before he starts his first camp. Oh no.
Oh
Or is
no.
it maybe it's a bug?
It might. I don't think it is. Potentially, as he
Can
will
I check the
suffer
gold?
quite a lot off of this, as he won't hit
What
level
are
2
you
off his
gonna
first
do?
camp in this case. Oi. Someone tell him. Oh, he's not going to hit level 2 if he smites this. Unless because he's not going to get the experience till he takes the camp. So if he does this and then backs, he might be able
We're
to.
taking a look. We're observing.
We'll see what he does.
Okay, I mean we'll
Oh.
just have to see, but this is
As we see the spam. Mystery. Oh no.
I'm just looking at Ivern's icon and looking to see when he presses smite.
As I think he's just realized now. Uh-oh. Oh, where? Yeah, because look, he's got no mana regen.
Yeah, that's it. He didn't
He
have
was sat on
items.
0
Oh
mana there.
no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh dear. That's fine. A little bit of lost tempo there, as we do see the Maokai's finished top side. We'll be working towards the bottom side of the map. As he has it as level 3 in the iPhone, still level 1.
You know,
Gonna have a lot
technically
of catch up to do, but
he hasn't done any camp yet.
yeah, so he can clear the red. He can probably smite the red here and go clear off those 4 camps he marked previously. So it shouldn't be too much of a tempo loss from overall. He's got those camps prepped now just to take when he gets back to them. So luckily he did it on Ivan, probably one of the more forgiving champs to do this on, with the way he can take camps. But yeah, not an ideal start as he is, but he will just be pathing up to the top side now. So I imagine he's going to clear his camps and then maybe look towards them the top side if he can get anything. See if they can bait the Camille in for an engage and then catch you with a root. On top of the Gwen damage, but we will see where he goes. I should see a bit of trade, and Enix dropping below half, but does have the level advantage over Blazikus in the top lane, but will be secured once he gets those few more minions.
Bit awkward for the Ivern to gank at this point, looking how the wave is positioned, but
Yeah, as we do see, he has caught up completely now. I think very blessed he did that on the Ivan there, that fact he can catch right up.
Mastery 7 flash, there we go. Okay, now he's
Mastery
covering
7
Orianna.
flash with the no item start. Yeah, Orianna really gonna have to be one of the people that is keep safe for the threat of the Renekton.
Big damage. Dice is out.
Yeah, that's the issue with it. And then if the Maokai's there to follow up on top of that, it will just be an dead Orianna. They have the flash to cover up, but could just get followed, as Rack has taken the ignite here in this range, so really going for that kill press. Doesn't need the TP in this lane.
Oh, here we go. Didn't even need the flash. Renekton just straight up W's onto the Orianna, and that's first blood. They only needed one flash to secure this one.
Exactly what we talked about, yeah. No, they didn't even need the flash. It was just the Orianna wasting, burning hers, and then the Maokai following on.
Oh right,
So really unfortunate set of events there, because they now have 2 flashes to catch her with on repeat.
I was convinced
so
that
Duke of
Maokai
Jamming
flashed.
really. No, unfortunately not. He just got time to walk up while she was stunned by the Renekton with the empowered W. So Duke of Jamming really going to have to be careful in this lane now. As Odyssey do have quite a nice position on this bot lane wave. Wonder if Dusk will be making his way down here at some point, see if they can get an advantage down here. As I do believe the top lane will be left on an island here. Just battle between Enix and Blazicus here. As both champions are quite gank resistant, I'll say. Camille with her hook shot and Gwen with the Gwen is immune. The Hallowed Mists. Not the easiest champs to get on top of. As you see the junglers coming through for the second camp clears now. Ivan sat even in farm actually. Both covered the same amount of farm of camps. And the bot lane on their first reset here, the Nuts and Judgy.
Uh-oh. Well,
come back with their first items.
Orianna
Nuts opting straight into the Berserker Greaves.
Oh wow. Straight up ult
Rack's really going in here.
The empowered W, that's a lot of damage. They could just threaten a dive on this wave.
I think they should. I really think they should, as long as even if the Ivan's
covered.
How the Orianna can live from a full combo. So maybe they just turn on the Ivan?
Oh, so much damage from the two of them. Dusk does not live, so a 1-for-1 trade. Not
great
the
auto
best
coming in from Juka Jammin there.
from Odyssey.
Yeah. Really great auto from coming in for Juka Jammin, just enough on tower shot there. But I think they'll be happy with that. Odyssey taking away the jungler from both sides there actually. But getting a big lead in this Renekton is very key for them. They really need to shut down this Orianna.
Still has the flash. Just
yeah.
Such good execution. Rack is just, you know, when it comes to laning, he's really scary just as a player, no matter what he's playing. So
yeah, I've seen him. I haven't seen him lose on anything in games I've been casting him on. He's always been a strong in that laning phase, knowing what way to itemize and where to punish opponents for earlier plays. And in that case, it was the fact that Orianna blew her flash and still managed to die earlier on. So hiding that advantage from earlier now. So really going to struggle moving further on. It's exactly where you don't want the Renekton to be.
Oh, really
just
nice
engage in the bot lane.
Well, the Kindred die in this. Oh, sorry, the Lux die in this spot. The shield comes out, but not quite enough. Granny's Banner gets that kill. Maokai gets a dragon while all that was happening. You see a big 1v1 in the top lane as well. Needleworks all landing from Enix. Could be just a solo kill. Doesn't have the flash, just one auto. Oh, the heal from a tactical sweep, and now Rack is here, so just barely gets away with his life there, Blazicus. A lot of action across the map. Oh, now Dusk in a lot of trouble. But Root onto the Gromp though. Gonna smite it away.
The annoying thing with Ivan doesn't have to take any damage.
But now Necton's collapsing. Dusk does not have level 6 yet, so they are home safe.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy to just take the Gromp and get out there. Just recognize that the collapse was coming through from the mid lane. I'm sure Duke of Jamming was calling that out as soon as he saw the Renekton leave lane. And Enix getting a bit of spare time in the top lane though to secure a plate for himself after pushing Blazicus out with that. Nearly getting him in the all-in. It was just unfortunate he didn't have his dash up to get that last auto on the flash follow. But we'll be happy with that.
Now Enix in a lot of trouble. That ultimate from Emil is going to come out really soon, and that's a solo kill. It has to feel really bad. Like Enix was like a hair's breadth away from a solo kill just like a minute ago.
Yeah.
Now he's the one getting killed.
Just a bit too much overstay there, unfortunately. Really did well to secure the plate, but I think he just had to leave that next wave of in. Recognized that Camille's on the way back, has the hook shot, has the ult. And just really not respecting that, and leads to him dying instead of trading the other way. As Duke of Jamming's flash is now back up, and they are managing to secure a few plates in the bottom lane.
Oh, practice. Oh, Shockwave whiffs. Pretty big sign for Odyssey to maybe attempt something, but now we're just going to find the Ivern with the root. Oh, flash means Maokai follows all the way down towards the Tribush, and now he's separated. Odyssey gets some damage down, save their jungler. Stellaron are trying to get the damage, but they can't kill the tree. The tree gets away.
How was there no kills in that exchange? Wow, everyone's seeming to live by just a hair there. Gardevoir and Dusk really playing on the edge there with their champions. Just unfortunate Judgy missed the binding on that last one to not be able to secure the kill on Gardevoir there. But overall, even trade. Just a couple flashes burned on both sides. Nuts blew both his flash and his ghost there, I believe. But nothing in return, so he'll be a bit sad about that one. But we'll have the Kindred ultimate back up again in a minute. For the safety there.
I really like the level of aggression in this game. Like, it's not like mindless aggression. Like, people are trying to play around their windows of opportunity. Nice to see. Both teams are
it doesn't
being
feel
active.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like anyone's just throwing bodies at each other. It does feel like there's a bit of coordination, a bit of team play involved as well. Aside from maybe Yannick and Blaziken, who are just trading very heavily into each, trying to get one up over the other. As we did see Orianna and Ivan path in top side there, but it looks like they're just going to be... that they were just securing the blue buffs. And didn't want any part of Camille at the moment. As the Renekton probably is the scariest boy in the Rift at the moment, looking to go up and secure that Herald along with Dusk.
Yeah, not a lot of vision there on that side for Stellaron, so Odyssey will just walk in there and secure the objective.
Yeah, Lux moving up from the bottom lane as well now. Judgy on his way up just to help hold the mid lane and put another resource on that side of the map to quickly respond. Stellaron did want to contest the Herald at all. Also, good movement there, and potentially that has opened Nuts up for a dive though. He will have the Kindred ultimate for a bit of counterplay. So we'll have to be careful with that one, but the man has sat one before and cleverly recognizes that there could potentially be coming a dive in and just backs off. Smart play from Nuts there, until his team moves a few more resources to his side of the map.
Yeah, but now that Orianna move means the mid lane is pretty much open for Rift Herald to slam itself onto the tower. 2 plates, maybe more. Looks like it's just going to be 2.
And Rack having a field day in this mid lane here. Getting all the plates, all the kills. We'll have to look where he wants to translate that gold into. As it's not enough for him to secure a lead by himself. He really will have to put that out and see if he can push that advantage towards the bottom lane or the top lane now. As there is quite even across the board. In terms of all the other roles, it really is just that mid lane separate causing that 800 gold
looks
lead.
like they want this fight, but they're in a little bit of an awkward position, especially with jungle in the mid lane. Ivern gets targeted. Can they burst him in time? Looks like the answer is yes. The Kindred ult comes down. That's going to keep one of the members safe, and now the rest of the fight is just going to go the way of Odyssey as Renekton is wreaking havoc across the team. Gwen actually doing a lot of damage in return, but not enough to kill 3 people at the same time. Duke of Jamming just completely isolated on the other side, could not really participate in this fight, and this is just Odyssey taking advantage of their early game lead, forcing a fight on their terms and winning it.
That's a perfect ace coming through, 5 for 0 for Odyssey. Really well played by everyone. If you see, everyone's quite low on their health bar, so really know the limits of their champions there. And as we said there, Renekton really coming through, and it was the beefy front line, stood in front of everyone. And that lead we were talking about that he has is really now spread across the rest of the team. As the scorelines show, that gold is really evenly split among everyone now, and not just sat on that Renekton. And that 800 gold lead we saw for Odyssey is now shifted into 3,000 gold just in maybe 2 minutes. So massive win coming through for them there, and the second Drake secured by the 14th minute. So we could be looking at a very early soul coming if they can keep this tempo and this lead up.
Oh, Normal Devil was looking for that red buff, but he might just pay for it dearly. Okay, Odyssey can't quite follow up on that. Oh, Phoenix going in with his right click. The Ivern, I guess, mechanics confusing Phoenix a little bit. Not quite enough experience on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like they weren't on the same page. The Renix looked to go in when he was covering his escape. Does just manage to get caught by the light binding there before he can immune himself. Fortunate for him, but yeah, just needs a bit more communication there.
And now we see the bot lane just continuing to pester the Ivern. in Stellaron's own jungle, like, this is Odyssey just moving their bot lane, continuing to be
I mean,
active.
this is Odyssey just recognizing, guys, we have a lead now. This is... As Rack does try and stop Granny Spanner's back there, but does get stopped by the Rakan, but does force the ultimate out of him there for him to escape. It does blow the Renekton ult as well, so worth, I guess. The Rakan ult for the Renekton ult. It does inhibit the engage on the side of, but does mean that ultimate isn't up for Renekton to kill someone.
Going for a 1v2, but now he doesn't have his ultimate, and Granny Spanner has white and red guns. This is just going to be Rack dead without his flash. Ooh, big shutdown.
Yeah, maybe a bit over ego from Rack there. Tries to go for these next.
But now the Ivern needs to be careful.
Onto the, ooh. Yeah, tries to get the solo on the Aphelios there, but the Rakan is just in the right place there to cover off, get the knock up, and Granny Spanner with the perfect red-white guns for any 1v1s. Renekton biting off a bit more than they can chew there. And does go down and hand the shutdown over to Granny Spanner, who's now nice 600 gold over Nuts. In that role with that shutdown coming through. Big death there from Rack, and have to see if he can pick that back up again. Can't feel too good. And he'll know that.
They will just straight up go for a 1v2 gank here onto Enix. The root is going to land as the Hallowed Mist runs out. Over knockup. The knockback from Maokai, a little bit unfortunate, but still more than enough damage. Camille already has Sunder quite ahead in this matchup, given how the game's turned out.
Nearly unfortunate knockback from Marco there, as the Gwen did just dash as he used it. So she did get pushed towards the tower, but unfortunately just wasn't enough, and the damage was there to secure that kill. As we are looking at 11 to 3 kills, 2 Drakes secured, and still a 3,000 gold lead comfortably for Team Odyssey. But still nowhere near in the regions of unwinnable for Stellaron here. So really just need to scale up, wait for their Aphelios Orianna to come online. But it is just the Gwen really suffering in that lane. She is 0-4 now, and the 4-0 Camille. But yeah, we'll have to see if Stellaron can manage to get any of these shutdowns come through. Trade up some more gold and come up on the top side. There's all Maokai positioning here. Is he looking for a dive on the bot lane of Stellaron? No, he's just moving down. Maybe it's the Orianna he wants to punish. Oh, he is on vision though. He has spotted all the way through. And just takes that Hex Gate out comfortably to go secure his blue.
It is quite awkward for Orianna at this point. Like, you have to wait until the minions pretty much hit your turret. Like, the threat of a Maokai ganking you is so high. Like, if you have no one hovering you, it's a very dangerous place to be right here in the side lane. Rack could just maybe even go for a 1v1 if
Rack could even go for the dive here. He wants it, he wants it.
Nice shockwave.
Oh, and the Orianna, yeah, really nice shockwave. Does dissuade him, because I feel like if he got next to it, got the RW, he would have just gone. And I think that would have been a very dead Orianna without the flash there. No phase rush to run away either, as we mentioned earlier, has gone for that Airy. I wonder if he'll be regretting that at the moment.
Instant TP. Stellaron perhaps looking to do something about this dragon, but the way things are, they don't really have push on the mid wave, and the top wave is getting pushed in as well. Camille will have the move, so yeah, it's gonna be hard.
The positioning, it really looks like they want to contest this. They must be calling it in the... But looking at it from where we are, spectator, having all the information, it really is one of them fights. I think they have to give this one and then maybe scale up as much as they can for the next Drake, and then that's the one they have to go for. As I think they are recognizing that now and backing off. But they do have 5 members down here now. But Camille does have the TP, so they need to recognize that she can... They have to burn that summoner out from her, well, before she gets the top lane. So they're really just going to have to commit to this dragon, get the TP, and then move back out. Before she gets in, as she has backed off to look for the TP.
As Odyssey is approaching the dragon, the Maokai root is going to land on pretty much everyone, and Odyssey is just going to move straight onto the backline. Granny Spanner explodes because of all the Renekton damage on his face. Rack is just too big to handle. Or Stellaron continues to catch more kills on the backside of his fight, and Stellaron, you know, they bait out the TP, but they commit too hard to this dragon. That just gives Odyssey the positioning, and Rack will not even die to the combined damage of Ivern and Orianna. That's how bad he is.
And they did the first part we called out. They started the Drake. I feel like they had to do it. But then as they see that team run away. But Joji coming in with a great binding and
Oh, we're not.
really lay down.
Yeah, that mid
And we're
tier
not done
1
here.
was not meant to be defended.
Nope.
As Ivern is another casualty.
And a huge game come out for Dusk here, sat on 3-1-10, involved in 15 of the 13 kills he got to his kills and assists. Having a big performance from him. He's always been in the right side of the map, securing that early lead for Iraq with his ganks. And punishing both the Gwen and the Orianna in both those solo lanes. Really making his presence known on the map. And just unfortunately, the Ivern just hasn't maybe to have the same impacts. Maybe the level 1 0 item bar was a bad omen for the game.
Yeah, I feel like when you're playing Ivern, you kind of want, like, if I'm Ivern, I would rather be on the other side of this game. You feel me? Like, having Camille and Renekton, you can just put your shields on. That feels really good.
They're engaging for you, yeah.
But
whereas
like
they're really lacking the engage side, yeah.
This feels awkward, like you can't really walk up yourself. Like Daisy can do some work for you, but it's not the same.
Yeah, and the route he has is one of those skill shots. It's very hard to hit naked, so to say, like without any other.
Well, here comes another gank, and that's Dead Enix. Gonna buy some time, but that's all that's gonna be. As Moonlight Vigil comes out, Stellaron wants to fight here. Can they even get one kill? Gardevoir will not die to the tower. Meanwhile, yeah, in the side lane, it's just Rack getting another kill. No surprises there. Like, Orianna's isolated.
Has my favorite combo, the Spear of Shojin.
Oh, hold on. Odyssey wants some more kills, but Root lands on 2 people. Iron shields himself, but here comes the Camille from topside. Yeah, Odyssey are just gonna throw bodies onto Stellaron. Granny Spanner will not even get one kill.
Blaziken just survived with a sliver of health. Asuka for Odyssey. And once again, red side just coming through with all the answers, it seems.
Yeah.
As they have now secured another. Both mid towers now will secure this second tower. As Rack just managed to completely one-shot Orianna under the bottom inner tower there, and take it as well. So massive influx of swing here. So we do say nearly a 10k advantage for Odyssey now, and I don't see how they can come back in this one. Maybe a big Baron fight into a steal, but yeah, really looking rough. As if we just look at gold across the board, Gwen's down 2k, Ivan's down 2,000, Orianna's down 4,000 gold to the Renekton. It's just leaking gold all over the board, as they will look for a Hail Mary Baron, but it has been instantly recognized by Odyssey, and they will look to turn here.
Well, Renekton is on the backside, which means Stellaron have to play back, and that means the fight is getting messy, as Stellaron trying to make their way out of the Baron pit, but it's just not happening. Okay, Granny Spanner putting down some damage. Not bad, actually. He has all kinds of chakrams, but now he's left alone in the fight, and yeah, Renekton is just once again putting work in to secure another.
And I appreciate the Hail Mary from Stellaron there. They really had to go for something. But just unfortunate for them, as soon as they touched that Baron, there was 4 members instantly around to punish. Really good recognition from Odyssey of, hey, the only way back into the game is if they sneak a Baron from us. Let's just cover our bases, get the vision, and stop that from happening. That's exactly what they did. And it turns out to be a 4-for-1. Granny Spanner and Juku Janamine trying their best to put the damage down, but they're just, the wallets are too far behind, as we do see that Odyssey there just holding off on killing the Baron just so every member gets it off the death timer.
Yeah, the instant Stellaron started that, Odyssey were there just waiting like a pack of hungry wolves ready to pounce, and they do have champions that can just do that very easily. You look at Camille, Maokai, Renekton, like, even if your backline has some cover, even if they're trying to cover, it's like, can you really stop them from just rampaging all over you?
No.
Oh, as we see.
How are you supposed to? Oh.
That's an Ivern. That was an Ivern. Correction.
That was an Ivern. It's now a burnt crisp of a tree where it used to stand, as he was just singed by the Lux Light Laser there.
Yeah, that feels like a free Dragon Soul at this point, so looks like Odyssey will just get to milk this for what it's worth. They don't even have to have their whole team there.
Oh, and it's just not even a contest between Blaziken and Enix anymore. 0-8 to 8-1. Yeah, it's Enix just tickling him with his scissors there. More bruising than cutting with his scissors. As
The scissors
Blaziken's
are
lost
quite
what, maybe?
blunt, unfortunately.
Yeah, the scissors are very blunt at the moment. Can't even cut paper at the moment.
Yeah,
It's then like old, you know, them old school scissor handles that you had as a kid and couldn't even cut paper with them. That's what he's got at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. The small scissors.
Hasn't got them barber scissors at the moment. Very blunt indeed.
Oh, Rack.
As Rack now moving on to the bottom.
Well, he's just
You're
gonna
go
look for
the
it.
dive.
Forces the flash out. He's just gonna walk
He
away.
can. I mean, the man sat on 13,000 golds, Spirit Trojans, Ericsson, and Gore Drinker is pretty unkillable, it feels at the moment, as long as he's not diving the fountain.
And now with all these advantages...
Is Odyssey doing a great way of, yeah, is Odyssey doing great to just spread the deaths out as well, one apiece.
Oh, another big root from Judgy. That's just 2 instant kills, and that just opens up the map instantly. Because now Rack is free to just go straight onto the Ori. Shockwave whiffs, and the Ignite finishes it out. And with the
lovely flash from Rack there, lovely flash from...
This looks like it's just
It does just feel like this is it.
Just Gwen and Rakan trying to stop the towers from falling, but what can you really do when there's 3 minions, 3 waves of minions hitting the towers, and yeah, you're just going to die yourself. There's nowhere Odyssey can't really find you at this point. So many gap closers, so much damage. They will just pull you under your own fountain.
Oh, and the Kindred ult saving him? No. Oh.
Well, that
I
was
was going to say I was very he did get the shutdown, yeah. And I was going to say I was very surprised to see the Lux damage and the solo kill on Granny Spanner there, but then I looked down and it was